Hi, welcome to Pharmacy ClassPass. Today we'll be working on some calculations regarding intravenous flow rates. Make sure you show all your work to make sure you don't make any mistakes. Number 1. A physician orders 1500 mLs of D5W to diffuse over 8 hours. The drip factor is 6 drops, GTT is drops, so 1 GTT is 1 drop. Drip factor is 6 drops per ml. What is the flow rate in drops per minute? That's your answer, drops per minute. You're going to round to the nearest whole number. It's good practice to list out the values given on the left side of your page. So 1500 milliliters or mLs is diffused over 8 hours. The drip factor is 6 drops per ml. The flow rate is what you're looking for, so the value X, drops per minute. Now set up your equation for you to cross out the units to get your answer in drops per minute. It's important to remember that 1 hour has 60 minutes. Although often this won't be given, it'll be one you'll have to know. Now remember, your answer has to be rounded to the nearest whole number. So in this case, once your units cross out and they match with drops per minute, your answer is 19 drops per minute. Question number 2. A patient receives 1,000 milliliters of normal saline over 6 hours. What is the infusion rate in milliliters per minute? Round to the nearest hundredth. So 1,000 milliliters is infused over 6 hours. Your answer is going to be in X mLs per minute. So 1,000 milliliters over 6 hours is converted to milliliters over minutes. Your units match. Go ahead and divide. And your answer here is 2.78 rounded to the nearest hundredth value. That's 2 decimal points. And your units again are milliliters per minute. Question number 3. A patient is to receive 250 milligrams of metronidazole in 100 cc's of solution over 1 hour. What is the infusion rate in cc's, which is milliliters, per minute? You're going to round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Again, that's 2 decimal points. Make sure you list out your values on the left side. And write out what you're looking for. Here it's milliliters per minute. So 100 milliliters per hour converted to minutes matches the units in the answer you're looking for. Don't be confused or thrown off by the 250 milligrams, because in this case, you're only focused on the milliliters. After rounding, your answer is 1.67 milliliters per minute. Number 4. Levofloxacin comes as 500 milligrams in 100 cc's solution. The patient is to receive 100 cc's over 2 hours. What is the infusion rate in cc's or mLs per minute? Round to the nearest hundredth. Again, list them out on the left side and know you are looking for how many milliliters per minute. So again, you're going to start with your milliliters. Infused over 2 hours, your conversion to minutes so that your answer will be in milliliters per minute. Milliliters match, minutes match, and make sure your final answer is rounded to the nearest hundredth. Again, that's 2 decimal points. Question number 5. A physician orders a medication to infuse at 100 milliliters an hour. The drip factor is 20 GTT or drops per milliliter. What is the flow rate in drops per minute? Round to the nearest whole number. So it's 100 milliliters per hour. The drip factor is 20 drops per milliliter. We're asked to give the flow rate in drops per minute. So start with your drops per milliliter and write a conversion where your answer will be given in drops per minute. And remember, 1 hour has 60 minutes. And you're given that 100 milliliters is infused over 1 hour. Ensure your units match. And your answer has to be given in a whole number. Keep in mind that flow rate is often in minutes, drops per minute, and drip factor is often drops per milliliter. All right, moving to question number 6. A patient needs 2,000 milliliters of IV fluids over 8 hours. What is the infusion rate in milliliters per hour? So write out your 2,000 milliliters infused over 8 hours. Your answer is supposed to be in milliliters per hour. So with this one, just divide 2,000 by the 8 hours. Your units match. So here your answer is very straightforward. Question number 7. A patient is to receive 1 gram of Zosyn at a rate of 10 milligrams per minute. How long will it take to infuse a full dose? Answer in minutes. Now this question is asking about time specifically. We know that 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. Your rate here is 10 milligrams per minute. Understand that your answer is only to be in minutes. So set up your equation to cancel out the units, so you'll isolate the minutes alone. The milligrams will cross out, and you'll have minutes by themselves. Here it's 100 minutes. Question number 8. A 64-year-old is admitted to the hospital for an infection. An infusion of 1,200 milliliters is administered to a patient over 4 hours. If the infusion rate is set to 8 drops per milliliters, how many drops per minute will the patient receive? Write it out. You're looking for how many drops per minute. Now set up your equation so that you can cross out the milliliters and get minutes on the bottom. Because the question gives it in hours, you're going to convert the hours to minutes. So your answer here is 40 drops per minute. Question number 9. A patient receives an infusion of 450 milliliters per hour of drug from an IV bag that contains 3 liters. How many hours will the infusion last? Round to the nearest hundredth. We know that 3 liters is 3,000 mLs. Our answer is to be in hours. So here, we can start with the milliliters and cross multiply to get hours on top. The milliliters will cross out, and the answer will be in hours. And remember to round to the nearest hundredth. So for this question, it's 6.67 hours. And that's the end of the worksheet. Feel free to print it out from the description below for you to get more practice. The last 2 pages are just the answers that are typed up. You can print out this worksheet and practice until you feel confident enough to do it at a faster rate. Feel free to refer back to the video for more guidance. Make sure you follow for more content.